Have you ever wanted a safe and loving place to come to spark that good feeling in yourself? Well, you've arrived. Welcome to the Om Show with Tanya Butson. In this space, Tanya encourages you to view yourself through love. This new energy allows you to become brave, to take the first step towards healing and thriving. Get ready to step into a level of self-worth never before experienced. With Tanya, a leader in the field of human potential, you will shift from longing to creating to discover that there is something better, and you will never ever have to settle for being in a state of perpetual darkness again. The Om Show with Tanya starts now. Welcome back to the Show with Tanya Butson. I am Tanya Butson, and you are listening on Transformation Talk Radio. Stay with us for the next hour, and let us help you learn how you can heal your life. Each Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, we will have some of the most interesting stories, tips, and guests helping you be all that you are. Also, today, I will be giving away to the first caller my new best-selling anthology called Smiling Through the Rain. Just give us a call at 1-800-930-2819. I look forward to hearing from you. So today, we are going to be diving into a topic that is so close to my heart. Reiki. What is Reiki? How do you receive Reiki? What is all the noise about Reiki? And it's a little bit of a bittersweet kind of episode for me because Reiki is my life. It has been my life since birth. I'm sure of it. So it's very hard for me to describe it when people say, well, what is it? I kind of have a blockage. I'm not going to lie. I blank out and go, I don't know. It just is. It is my being. And so I have a hard time putting it into words. And I just say, you have to experience it and then you'll know what it is. So today I'm going to try my very best to give you the basics of what Reiki is so that you can have a better understanding. And why is there such a hesitancy to even try Reiki? It blows my mind that there is so much skepticism and so much hesitancy and resistance. And when there is something out there that you can choose to have and choose to invite into your life that is going to make you happier, healthier, and more grounded, why the heck would you not try it? If you try it, you don't like it, try it again with somebody different. And if you still don't like it, try it again. And then on the third time, if it's not your thing, then you gave it a good try. But why would you not offer yourself something that is so soothing and beautiful and can change your life right before your very eyes? I just don't understand, other than I know it's programming. You have been told it is not a good thing. It is natural. It is a healing modality that is a bunch of woo-woo and there's no science behind it. It is not God's work, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The things I have heard are endless, and all of it is not true. It is absolutely not true. I am a woman of love. I live a love-based life. I have a love-based business. And let me tell you that we are dealing with the most beautiful healing modality that there is out there. So please open your minds and let's chat about what Reiki is. So Reiki is Japanese, and Rei means sacred. Okay, so it's sacred. Right there, it gets you because That is a space of love, of benevolence. And ki means energy. There's that word energy. So, with that being said, Reiki means sacred energy. What's so scary about that? Nothing. Reiki is a system of spiritual development and healing. So, what's scary about that? There's nothing scary about spiritualism and healing. Oh, hallelujah for healing. Oh, it turns your life right around. So there's nothing to fear. So let's keep going. It was founded in the first early part of the 20th century by a name called Mikhail Usui. And Reiki is Japanese, as I mentioned, and it's a technique for stress reduction and relaxation that promotes healing. Put your hands up if you're stressed every day. I know, I can see everybody's got their hand up. So, again, why would you not try this? It is a healing modality for stress reduction and promotes health and wellness. It is administered by laying on hands. So, it is about the energy that comes out and radiates out of the hands of the practitioner onto the client. So stick with me to the end because I'm going to send out some energy, some Reiki to you all watching and tuning in. So it's administered by the laying on of hands where unseen life force energy flows through us and causes us to be alive. Now, this might be where it gets some people. They can't see it, so they can't believe it. Well, that couldn't be further from the truth because the very things that we strive to have in our life so that we can thrive are the very things we can't see. Whether it is a spiritual creator, God, source, the universe, Buddha, Jesus, whoever you believe in, there is that unseen essence of them, of it. It is the energy. Bob Proctor mentioned in The Secret, if you have seen it, he said, we all rely on electricity to run everything in our homes and in our life. But do most of us understand electricity? No, I don't. But I sure do love and appreciate having electricity so that I can run all the things that I want to run. This is the same thing. It's an unseen life force of energy that flows through us and causes us to be alive. So, let me tell you a little bit more about why this is so important. Because I really, if I can do anything today, I want to take the fear out of trying this very, very important modality. And so that you can feel comfortable either reaching out to me or as well as reaching out to another Reiki master and finding what works for you. So let's continue on and talk about this life force. So we've got this energy that keeps us alive. And when one's life force energy is low, then we are more likely to get sick. And if it is high, we are feeling happy and healthy. So we want a high life force energy. We want it to be robust. We want it to be full of excitement and exhilaration. It's very important that we have this varying difference. And I think everybody knows the feeling between negative energy and, of course, the positive energy. So, with that being said, it's very important to go into a Reiki treatment knowing that you want to feel better. Reiki treats the whole person, including body, emotions, mind, and spirit, creating many beneficial effects. Often clients will ask me, I hear this all the time, will Reiki help with this or that? And my answer after all these years of practicing Reiki is an emphatic yes, 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 yes. Reiki will help with anything you've got going on. So, Reiki is a simple, natural, and safe method of spiritual health and self improvement that everyone can use. There are no age boundaries. And if it is a living being, they can benefit from it. Let me stop right there because I have had the pleasure to work with pregnant women who have baby in utero. I just got to work with a 10-year-old who has psychic abilities. She's telepathic and she wants to learn, one, to open up that gift even more, but she also wants to harness it because it can take over her life if she doesn't find her boundaries with that. I have worked with elderly who have seen their life turn right around. They've got perfect health reports from their doctors. I work with a lot of middle-aged women who feel safe coming and trying something new to take a new step in a new thriving direction. I've worked with domestic abuse survivors. I have worked with men. I have worked with men who want to fix sports injuries. I have worked with men who have a vision in their business and they want me to help them visualize so that they can conquer their goals. This is open to everybody. And my favorite are the teenagers and the young adults who come in and go, I want to change all this trauma that I've experienced early in my life. I want to kick it. I want to conquer it so that I can just thrive for the rest of my life. And when something comes up, I have a bump. I've got this thing that is going on in my life and I want it to be dissolved. Well, guess what? These young kids are dissolving those issues. They're letting them go through healing and working through them. And they are starting to thrive early in their adulthood. And that for me is like such a wonderful thing I can help be a conduit to. And this is all through Reiki. This is not the Heal Your Life coaching part. This is just the Reiki that can help do this for these people. So, what do you have to be afraid of? Lots of people are using Reiki for their benefit, for a happier and healthier life. And you can too. So, the really important thing to also note, and this kind of makes me giggle a little bit, but Reiki is not dependent upon belief at all, and it will work whether you believe in it or not. Did you hear that? It will work if you believe in it or not. So I want to tell you a little bit more about that when we come back. We're going to take a short break. Remember, the first caller to call in will receive a free copy of Smiling Through the Rain, my latest anthology that I have participated in. And what I want to do when we go back is dive in even deeper into what really Reiki is and how it can benefit you. And as I said, stay tuned until the end where I will send out Reiki to you all so that you have a beautiful and wonderful day. We'll be right back. We're back on the Show with Tanya Butson. Before we continue, I want to make sure everyone knows how to contact me. You can reach me on my website, organicallymeta.ca, or you can email me at organicallymeta@outlook.com. So before the break, we've been talking about Reiki and what exactly is it, because a lot of people don't know. And as I was saying, for myself, it's really hard to describe exactly what it is because it's a feeling, it's a way of life. And to me, the best way to describe Reiki is love. When you are receiving a Reiki treatment, it is like all of the love bubbled up in the entire universe is like being gently proportioned throughout your entire body and outside of it into your emotional, your mental, and your spiritual spaces as well. And that is a very hard thing to describe unless you're actually experiencing it. So I don't know that you know, but you can receive Reiki in a distance, from a distance, and that's called distance Reiki. So, how can you receive Reiki from me to you if you live across the ocean? Easy. Stay tuned, and I'll let you know near the end of the show how you can receive Reiki without being here in person. So, let's keep talking about how does Reiki work. We are all alive because life force is flowing through us. Now, you can't see that. Well, some people can, but most people can't. And most people can't really feel it unless they're sitting in meditation or prayer or definitely in the present moment. But it's there. And life force energy is the energy that flows through all living things, keeping us alive. This is also known as prana, life force energy, or chi. Life force flows within the physical body through pathways called chakras, meridians, and nadis. Now, I really work a lot with chakras. So I'll probably do a show on chakras as well because it's very integrative with the Reiki work that I do. It also flows around us in the field of energy called the aura. And life force nourishes the organs and cells of the body. Okay, so this is where it starts to work. The life force nourishes the organs and cells of the body, regardless if you're having Reiki or not. And it supports them in their vital function. When this flow of life force is disrupted, it causes diminished function in one or more organs and tissues of the physical body, causing dis-ease. The life force is responsive to thoughts and feelings. I'm going to repeat that like 2 more times. The life force is responsive to thoughts and feelings. The life force is responsive to thoughts and feelings. So, what am I saying to you? I'm saying to you, be mindful of what you're thinking and what you're feeling. It becomes disrupted when we accept either consciously or unconsciously negative thoughts or feelings about ourselves. These negative thoughts and feelings attach themselves to the energy field and cause a disruption in the flow of the life force. Are you understanding how this works? We are all energy. Everything is energy. You're going to hear that now forever, now that I've said this to you. Everything is energy. And when thought is energetic and your feeling becomes energetic, if that is negative, guess what's going to happen? That negativity is going to flow through the body and diminish the vital functions of your organs and your cells. We don't want this. So Reiki helps by healing through the flow. So you're going to heal through the flow of Reiki. So stay with me. Reiki heals by flowing through the affected part of the energy field and charging them with positive energy. Okay? We're turning the negative into a positive with that intentional energy that is going into your body during a Reiki session. And it raises the vibratory level of the energy field in and around the physical body, where the negative thoughts and feelings are attached. Okay? So now we've put in that positive energy and it senses this negative and it is going to attach to that negative, turning it into a positive. This causes that negative energy to break away and fall apart because it's energy. Reiki clears, straightens, and heals the energy pathways. So that's the chakra system. There is more than 7, but I will talk about the 7 mostly through the Reiki sessions that I give. So that Reiki will clear, it will. So here's the heart, right? This is the heart center. This is the heart chakra. It will clear and straighten and heal the energy pathway that is allowing the life force to flow in a healthy and natural way through the body, the tissues, the organs, and the cells. Now, because Reiki is guided by God consciousness or love consciousness or universal consciousness, it can never do harm. It is all good. It is all good. It always knows what a person needs and will adjust itself to create the effect that is appropriate for the person receiving the Reiki. It is always helpful. The goal of the Reiki practitioner is to help the receiver to heal him or herself. So the Reiki practitioner is a conduit for this energy to flow through from the universe, from the higher source into the being of the receiver so that it can start to do the healing, which really means the receiver starts to heal themselves. The receiver will either accept it or block the flow of energy. So the people that are resistant, they come, they try it, they're afraid of it because they feel it's working and they get scared and they block it. But the Reiki will still go where it's needed, regardless of where the provider is trying to send it, and regardless if the person wants it or not, because the intention is there to give it. And because energy is everything, it goes everywhere it's supposed to be. Think about that electricity example again. Is the electricity coming into your home only going to go to one outlet, or is it going to go out to other outlets to provide more energy in your home? Well, it depends on the wiring, right? It depends on whether you've got wiring going to those outlets. That's the same thing. If your chakras are blocked and there's no wiring going on to that, it is going to be stagnant energy, and stagnant energy becomes negative energy. So you need the Reiki to come in, clear it out, and allow the positive to flow through you so that everything can function. Now, if you leave this, like a lot of us adults do, it becomes very chronic and it takes off sessions. Whereas the youth, the babies, the 10-year-olds, the teenagers, the early 20-somethings, man, they start working with this weekly, once a month, they're going to skyrocket fast into this world of abundance, into thriving like they've never experienced before. So I'm really excited to share this with you, and I hope you have a better idea now of how this actually works in regards to the energy. Some of you might be kind of shaking your head and going, no, I still don't get it. That's okay. You don't need to get it. You just need to be open to it. You just need to want to receive it. You just need to be willing to open your mind to something new and give it a try. So what I want to do near the end of the show is send out to each and every one of you watching Reiki. And even if you're watching the replay, this Reiki is still going to send out to you regardless of it being in this moment of us being live, because Reiki does not know time or space. And I'll explain that to you in a bit. So, what have you learned? Let's recap, because it's a lot. It's a Japanese modality. It means sacred energy. We are all made up of energy. Everything is, including the wonderful plants, the stool I'm sitting on, the microphone I'm speaking in. It's all energy. My voice sounds over to you. That's vibratory energy. When that energy gets into a state of negativity because of our thoughts and feelings, it gets stuck and stagnant. The Reiki practitioner comes in and uses the universal life force energy to bring in positive energy to disable and clear and move away the stagnant energy that is sitting there. That stagnant energy, if left to be there, will turn into dis-ease, unhappiness, lack, and also the positive, though, will become healing. It will become abundance. It will become happiness. This is why I love Reiki so much, because you are in control. You are totally in control, whether you have a positive or negative life, no matter what your circumstances are. You have the power to be all that you are. And I can't wait to discuss more of that. Hold that thought. I'd like to make sure we have plenty of time to capture the whole idea when we get back after this short break. Stay tuned. We're back on the Show with Tanya Butson. I have been talking about the basics of Reiki and what it is and how it works. I hope you have a better concept and idea of what it is now and how it can benefit your life and the life of your loved ones. I do have entire families that come to visit me when they're feeling stressed, when they're feeling sick, they have sick symptoms, and when they just want to add some more happiness into their life. I'm here for that for them, and that's a really cool feeling when you know that a family comes to you to better their lives. So I have a really cool job that I love. Now, what I want to talk about is what to expect if you're coming for an in-person Reiki session with me. Now, everybody practices Reiki a little bit differently. So this is just how I do it. Now, don't go away if you don't live near me. Stay tuned, because after the next break, I'm going to tell you how you can receive Reiki from me if you live far away. So stay tuned with me right now, and I'll get to those that are living across the world in a minute. So what can you expect when you come to me for the first time? Well, you can expect a warm welcome, and I will have you sign the formality form. It's just a quick, like, 5-question form that you sign with your information. So that's pretty typical of any modality that you go to. And then we sit and we chat, and I get to know you a little bit better and what your intentions are for coming in the first place to see me, because for everybody, it is completely different. There is no reasons that are similar. Like, I rarely see a reason that is similar that people come to see me, which is really cool because it makes my job different every single day. So we go through that, and then what I will do is explain what to expect, and then we give the Reiki, and then it's over, just like that. But let me explain to you what happens. So we chat. Quite typically, what happens is during that chat, whether you're female or male, tears usually come up and are expressed, and I welcome tears. If I've made somebody cry that day, yeah, I did my job today. I made them cry. And I say that with so much love because the real true fact of the matter is that people are suffering. They're suffering alone. They're suffering inside themselves. And when they have somebody who is keenly listening to what's going on in their life and cares about helping them fix it, they feel comfortable, and all of a sudden those emotions rise up, and I'm just like, let them come out. That's the healing. When you start to cry, you're healing. So within the first 5-10 minutes, the healing has already started before the actual Reiki session has begun. Now that doesn't happen with everybody, and sometimes it happens in the Reiki session, and sometimes crying happens a day or two later. That is all good. And let those tears cry. Release, release, release those tears. So when you come into my studio, you're going to enter this sacred room that is warm and cozy. This is the background of my room. I've got my singing bowls here, and I've got the tuning forks that I use. And it becomes a very relaxing space. And I put in on, let's call it spa music. It's very relaxing, calming, and soothing. And the client will stay fully clothed and they will get onto a massage table and they will get under a blanket laying on their back and their face up, and they get all cozied in there. I fix the blanket. I put on the heater if they want more heat. I will put on a heating pad to keep them nice and warm and snuggled. And I'll fix all the pillows so that they're so comfortable during the session. And then what happens is I say to them, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to stay quiet because this is your hour to heal and you do not need me to be talking through it. However, if there's something that you don't like, or you need a Kleenex, or you need a drink, or you need to go to the bathroom, please speak up because this is your session and you are in control. So the main thing to know is that just because I'm not talking doesn't mean you can't. So speak up if there's something that you need. I also ask the client if they like to have a gentle touch during the session or hands off, because that is very particular to each person. Most people want to be touched because they miss that human touch. And that just needs to be clear for each person on their first session, whether or not they want it. Most of my Reiki sessions are off hands. So I'm doing it around them. So around them like this. I'm doing Reiki symbols around them. But near the end, I do have my therapeutic touch training, and I do like to lay on hands in different spaces that they might feel pertinent to helping them heal. So it's just very gentle touch. So that is an option for the client. The client is always in control. So what happens is the music starts, I leave, I go wash my hands, and I come back, I make sure you're comfortable, and then we begin. And I get focused, I get into the mindset of the present moment, and I set my intention for the Reiki session. And that intention is based on what we have chatted about. What is your intention for your session that day? And with that intention, that is going to be the release mantra that I repetitively have playing inside my head while I'm clearing out that negative energy that we talked about earlier in the show. And then halfway through, I get out my tuning fork. During that clearing session, I may play the singing bowls. I really feel the vibration of music really helps to lift out and clear and also to add in and sink in and ground the positive energy. So I will also use those tuning forks, and the tuning forks will add that extra essence of vibration that will help to absorb that positive energy that is coming through the Reiki session. So then the client is usually sleeping by then. They snore. I've heard so many beautiful sounds of music through people snoring. And it makes me feel so good because I know that they're relaxed for an hour with me. They trust me and they're doing something beautiful, healthy, and healing for themselves. And that is amazing. Our goal as a collective is to have everybody heal their junk so that we can all live in peace and harmony and love. So if I can help one person facilitate their healing, then I am happy and so happy. So with the end of the session coming, we will just soothe into the Reiki symbols. That's another show. You don't really need to know anything about that. It's basically just sending you love and healing, laying on the hands if it's requested. And at that point, I do my healing intention. So, whatever it was that we were working on to clear out, I kind of flip it into the positive, and then I repetitively say in my own head while I'm giving these symbols that it is their new intention. This is what they're going to focus on. And so subconsciously, it gets into the energy that is going into their new meridians, their fresh chakras, you know. So it is not just a session of energy of the Reiki, but it is in my business, because I do that Heal Your Life coaching, it is also, it's like you're double dipping, or you get that double whammy of healing when you come see me, because I am really working hard to send you positive intentions, positive intentions, positive intentions. And that, bam, it just is this double whammy of energy that just makes people feel so freaking awesome. And generally at their first session, they're blown away. They're blown away with how they feel, the results that they got, how good they feel. And that was the goal. The goal is to come and to feel better and to know that you can be in charge of healing yourself by simply laying on a massage bed with the intention to be open-minded and to receive. So this is what I love about this. And you can schedule a Reiki session with me by visiting my website, organicallymeta.ca, and sending me a message from there. Or feel free to send an email at organicallymeta@outlook.com. And if you haven't followed me by now on Facebook and Instagram, what is holding you up? Get over there and start following me, and then you can send me a DM and we can get you a Reiki session scheduled. I always love connecting with people from all over the world. When I travel, I say, hey, I'm coming to your area. Can we meet in person? Because I've grown such a soul family, especially over on Instagram, of like-minded people, and I love meeting them in person. So, clients, the same thing. Hey, I'm going to be over in this country. Can we meet up? Are you anywhere near that? Let's get together and meet in person. So please don't hesitate. Don't be shy. Message me. I always respond. My clients get TLC. They get number one care. I'm constantly messaging them. Like, some message me every day, and like they're just keeping me in the loop of their life, and I message them back. It doesn't matter if it's Christmas or Thanksgiving. I got your back. So I want everybody to heal because I want to live in a higher vibrational world. So that's my hook on it. I want to live in a happier world and universe, and I need your help. I need you guys to start healing yourselves. So we're going to go to a quick break, and when we return, I will share with you how you can receive a Reiki appointment with me, even if you live on the other side of the world from me. So stay tuned. Welcome back. Are you itching yet to schedule that Reiki appointment with me? I've been practicing mindfully with energy healing for over 30 years and non intentionally for even longer. I am a master at my craft and receive many robust testimonials about the results people receive after their Reiki sessions with me in person and long distance. So, how can you get yours if you don't live locally near me? Great question. Let's talk about distance Reiki. So, Reiki energy connects on a spiritual and energetic level, as we discussed earlier in the show. And distance Reiki sessions work because energy is not limited by distance. Distance is only a physical limitation, so sessions can be done without clients being physically present. I know. Stay with me. Stay with me. Distance healing techniques are defined as acts of conscious intent. Remember, I was just telling you when I'm giving that Reiki session in person, I am consciously intending for them to let go of that burden, that stress that is hindering their life and their health and happiness and well being. I also intentionally send them a positive mantra or intention or affirmation for them to change the energy within them. So, distance healing techniques are defined as acts of conscious intent, wishes, or focus. Think about all the people that are going to have a Super Bowl game. They're going to perform Hamilton on Broadway. They are going to do something so big for themselves for the very first time and they succeed at it. These people are all putting out conscious intent for their best results. So this is what we do for Reiki. It's no different. If I'm in Canada and you are in Europe, I am going to say, I have this intent for this client. And then I start to send the Reiki. The distance healing techniques are defined on acts of conscious intent, wishes, focus, dedicated to improve the health or well-being of another person who is far away. And it works. It works, it works, it works. It is amazing how much it works. Now, with me, I also do some channeling. If the receiver is open, I will channel as well in their distance Reiki because it gets super focused and I have that ability to channel what they're feeling. I am extremely empathic. So it works. And the only way you're going to find out is if you try it. Reiki helps by improving the flow of energy around the body, which can enable relaxation, relieve pain, speed healing, and reduce other symptoms of illness and make the person feel healthier and happier overall. So both in person and both distance, I recommend trying at least 4 sessions back to back to evaluate potential benefits of the modality, especially if you're like 30 years and older. And keep in mind, though, that Reiki is a spiritual practice and you can receive it as often as like. And in my experience, my clients provide positive feedback after the first session, often in disbelief and excitement, though. They're like, what just happened? And it was so cool. You know, they're so excited. They're like, wow, like, why didn't I try this sooner? So, for the science people out there, this is Einstein's take of it. Lovely Albert Einstein. Distance healing is a technique whereby you do not have to be physically present to receive healing. The intention to heal is sent by the healer and received by the client in an instant transmission. Instant transmission. The healer can then in real time access information. So that's what I do. I access the information. Even if you're in the United States, I'm accessing that information about the client, and then I transmit the Reiki healing. This is explained by quantum physics. So if you want to know anything about Reiki and energy healing, and you want to know the science behind it, Google quantum physics, and you will get a plethora of information to help you soothe that scientific mind. It is, so quantum physics, it is called the entanglement theory. So more specifically, look up entanglement theory. When two particles of energy come into contact with each other, they can then share information or mirror each other, even if separated by time and space. So this is scientific, folks. I don't know what you've been told about Reiki and if you've been resistant to it. There's the science aspect of it. I told you the spiritual and the physical aspect of it. I told you the mental and the emotional aspect of it. Now just try it. Just try it. So the one thing I want to tell you about the distance Reiki is if you choose to have a session with me, I will send that form to you to sign. You scan it back to me. I will ask you for a photo of your face so that I can envision you. And then I want a photo of where you're going to be receiving the Reiki and relaxing. I get a lot of bed pictures. You do not have to clean up your room. I don't care. That's not, I just want to know how you live normally. So if you live in with sheets all over the place and that makes you comfortable, that's the photo I want to see. I want to see the real, authentic you so I can give you real, authentic energy back. So you send me those two photos, the form, we set a time and a date. You e-transfer in Canada, you would e-transfer the form of payment before we start, and PayPal if you're somewhere else in the world. The other thing is I will tell you when I start, and I will write up a synopsis of everything that happened during 30 minutes. For a distance, I do 30-minute sessions. And I will send you a synopsis of that. And any questions you have, you are going to let me know and I will answer them. And I tell you to drink a ton of water after Reiki sessions, both in person and distance, and have a 15 to 30-minute Epsom salt bath to allow any toxic energy to release itself into the water. So if you want to take the leap and change your life 360, contact me, Tanya, at Organically Meta. Choosing Reiki will allow you to have the support of me while you heal your life and move into being all that you are. To be inspired and learn all about me, follow Organically Meta on Facebook and Instagram. You can also reach Tanya directly at Organically Meta. Again, organicallymeta.ca. And right now, what I would like you to do is just sit comfortably, close your eyes gently, take a nice deep breath in, and exhale it out. A nice deep breath in, and exhale it out. One more time, a nice deep breath in, exhale it out. And for the next 10 seconds, I am going to send you positive, abundant, radiant energy to make the rest of your day benevolent, beautiful, and bountiful. You are the creator of your life. You are thriving. You are happy. You are magnificent in all that you do. and you deserve the best life ever. You are worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy. And so it is. Take that energy in, take it all in. Allow yourself to feel that energy I just sent out to you. Some of you might, that is so far from where you are, and that is okay. Just say, I receive. Whether you believe it or not, and you want to or not, just, thank you, I receive. So to start the journey of remembering who you are and creating your best life, I leave you with 3 words to say. I love myself. I want to thank you for all tuning into the Show. I'm so grateful for you. It's been my honor and my privilege to enlighten you on the basics of what Reiki is and how you can receive it in person and from a distance. Please join me every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific time and 12 p.m. Eastern time. Next week on the Show, I will be talking about what you can do daily to optimize your life in a benevolent way. Make it great, and I'll see you back here next time.
You have been listening to the Show with Tanya Butson on Transformation Talk Radio. Tune in every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific, where Tanya encourages you to experience yourself through love. This new energy allows you to become brave, to take the first step towards healing and thriving. Shift from longing to creating, to discover that there is something better. You will never ever have to settle for being in a state of perpetual darkness again. For more information, visit organicallymeta.ca. Again, organicallymeta.ca.